It's blind date journal time again. Yay! Look, I have a box here on my desk. This box comes from Susanne at Bollenhut Art. She has sent my journal back. That means I have to fulfill another menu in my own journal within this blind date journal collaboration that we both are doing. If you've never heard about this blind date journal project, let me shortly explain what that means. Susanne and I, we have both made a journal and we are sending that to each other. And then we have to fulfill a menu for a blind date in this journal. That means I will find my own journal today here. And I have no idea what she has written to this menu, but I have to fulfill that in a crafty and artsy way in my journal. So if you want to watch the videos that you perhaps have missed, there's a whole playlist linked down below this video so that you can catch up what you perhaps have missed and the previous episodes of this project. So in this video, I would like to unbox my journal and flip through it so that we can see if there are some perhaps unexpected things in it. I will show you what else is in this box because I know that here's something inside that I waited for a very, very long time, and I'm so happy that I have that here today. Really excited. And I also want to include this miscellaneous stuff into my journal. I have some things here that Susanne has sent with the last package. For example, this beautiful card that she has made for me, and these both pieces that she has made. This is part of this special envelope with her first embossed paper. Perhaps you know that from one of the other videos. And this is something that I had wished for in one of the previous menus. So she has made that for me and she has sent that the last time, and now I have to include this into my journal, of course. So I would like to find a nice place for this. And I have also some things. This is from the very, very beginning of this blind date journal adventure. And I want to include this because this has her handwriting and it's a nice memory for me to have this little letter here. So we will see how we can include that into the journal. But first of all, we have to unbox it. Okay, so let's open this up. Oh, okay, so here we have, obviously, let me take this out of the way. Here we obviously have some coffee or tea dyed paper that looks really, really cool. Haven't expected that. Thank you very much, Susanne. This is really cool. I think she made that with some kind of a stencil or something like that. So this is a really, really cool pattern. Hopefully my camera can catch that. I don't know how she made that. Obviously, no, that can't be a stencil that she has used because it's so big. I know her stencil collection relatively good. And I know that she has not such big stencils. I'm nearly 100% sure. So I have to ask her how she has made that. This is really, really gorgeous. So perhaps we can also use some of that as collage material for this menu. That would be really great. Okay, now I'm a little bit confused. I have expected what I can see below the journal. I mean, this has to be the journal. I can see that, but what is this? I mean, huh? So I will first take my journal out. So I guess this is my journal. So let's take that out. And let's talk about these things. I have so wished for some Tim Holtz collage paper, and I have searched for this collage paper on Amazon, on wherever, on the whole internet, and I couldn't find it. It's so hard to find this stuff. And then I found a shop, and that's a German shop, a German craft supplies shop, online shop, and they had this. And I was like, yippee-yay. And then I've put everything into my basket. These both things here. And also the other ones. I mean, these are different ones, even if they have the same packaging. And let me take that out. It's so loud, sorry. And then when I had that in my basket, and I want to go to the checkout of this shop, they said, we can't ship to Austria. And I was like, what? You don't ship to Austria? I mean, Austria is a strange country. I have to say that. It's really strange. I mean, I'm German, yeah, and I live in Austria. But the Austrians are crazy and weird and that stuff. But that's no reason, there's absolutely no reason that you don't ship this freaking crazy stuff to Austria. So, yeah. I'm so happy. I can't tell you. I'm so happy. So, when I realized that they don't ship to Austria, I asked Susanne if she perhaps can order that for me and then send it to me, and I will give her the money back. And she said yes, that she can do that for me, and I'm now so happy that I have this because, and you perhaps are wondering why I have so many of these things. I have planned to make project that has nothing to do with junk journaling. I need this for some decoration for my new entrance and my new kitchen. Perhaps I will show you that if you are interested in that. I'm planning some decoration for my windows with this. So if you are interested, let me know. Then I can of course make a little video what I'm doing with this stuff. Susanne, if you're watching this, I can say that in the German video. You can't understand English. I can say that in the German video, but thank you very, very much. This is so cool to have that here. And I also have some stamps that I've searched for and couldn't find. So these are the Stampers Anonymous Flutter stamps. If you want to check them out, this is the number, and they are so, so gorgeous. And I also wanted to have these. These are called Moth Study. This is the number if you want to check them out. And to be honest, these kind of animals in reality are really scary for me. But to have them in my journals is really, really cool. That's a strange thing about junk journaling, isn't it? I mean, we love things like moths, for example, in our journals that we don't like in reality. I mean, they are really fascinating animals. I really like to look at them when they are in nature. But when I have some of these guys here in my tiny house, then I'm not so amused. And that's a little bit strange, isn't it? Okay, so this is the package with the journal inside, but what is that? What is that? I have absolutely no idea what this is. Okay, so let's check out what is in here. I'm a little bit afraid. My birthday has gone, so I don't know. Susanne? What is that? What the heck is that? Is here, here is a letter. Let's first read the letter. Okay, so this says, you know that we are not gifting something to each other. So that means we are not making, normally, don't making presents for each other for a birthday or something like that. But she wants to send me something small for my birthday. So my birthday was in February. And it comes from sometimes she's writing words where I need my translator. So this comes from a nun community, and this is from the year 1749, and she's excited what I will do with that. So I guess that this is a book. So I guess she has this from eBay, because she's really an eBay expert, and she has really great tips how to get old books on eBay. Holy cow. I'm really speechless. And I guess this thing, I guess we have talked about this book, these books. She has, I guess, bought more than one on eBay, and we have talked about those the other day, and she has sent me a photo of the spines, and I said, what a gorgeous spine. Look at this. This is gold, shimmery, not kitschy, but really, really elegant. And it has these little tiny flowers. Isn't that just gorgeous? And these damages. Look at that. This is so cool. This is so cool. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. There are all of these really different pages. I love those books where the pages are so different with bigger and smaller writing. I really love that. This is so cool. This is so cool. Really cool. And also, I guess a bookworm has left his signature here. You can see that here. These holes are going through the whole book. Hopefully, he's not living in here anymore. Susanne, thank you very, very much for this gift. This is really, really cool. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go on with this. This is my journal. I'm really excited. I'm so happy that this is back at my desk now. It's incredible. I don't know if you can imagine that. So if you have the chance to make such a swap with someone and exchange your journals, if you have the chance, please do it. This is just a gorgeous experience, and I've never expected that it is so intensive, and that I'm excited to unbox my own journal because I know what's inside here. Of course, I have watched Susanne's videos. Oh, that's something that some of you have asked. You have asked if we both are watching the videos of each other before we unbox the journal when it gets back to us. And the answer is yes. I watch Susanne's videos when she is publishing them, and so I know what she has created in my journal, and it's the other way around, the same. So she is watching my videos as well, and she knows what is in her journal, so what happened in her journal. But it's always a really, really extreme experience to unbox that and see that in reality. And what I also really, really appreciate is that some of you have already turned this idea into your reality. So there are, I guess, 2 German pairs that have found each other, and I think there are some English-speaking people as well who have found each other and tried out this idea. And I really, really love that, and I really love to watch the videos and the Instagram posts and that stuff that you come up with. And it's really cool to see what you have created and what you have, your new ideas about this idea. That is really, really cool. And I also love to read your menus. And I thought I can perhaps make one of your menus in my journal here as well. I think I have enough space to do that. I will do that perhaps alone, and then I will show it to you. I don't know until now, but I guess that that is a really cool thing, to take a menu that someone else has written somewhere out there in the world. And I love this idea to take this menu and put that into my journal. So I will probably do that. So yeah, let's flip through it. Okay, so here we have the next menu, and I have to say that this is going to be the last menu of this series. So we both have decided that our journals are already so bulky and so full that this is going to be the last menu that we want to create in this journal. I think I have some space for writing here. That's cool. And I will use that, of course. So this is my last menu. She has put that in here for me as well, so that I can remember what has happened in this journal. That's really cool. Do you remember this moment when I thought that this background looks like the dog has made it? So many of you have written so many cute comments and so many funny comments about my comment when I saw that, and I will never forget that. I also could include some of your comments here into my journal. That would also be a really great idea, so I could write them down to the pages that are not so full. That is a thing that just comes to my mind. I think I will do that. Okay, so this is part of the menu that Susanne has made the last time. There's also a video, of course. I mean, to every page there's a video. So if you want to check that out and you have no idea how this has happened, then check out the playlist. There are all of the videos that Susanne has made and the videos that I have made, of course. And this feels really textured in reality. It's really flat in the video, and I guess you can't really see that, but it's so textured. That is really cool to have all of these layers in reality. That makes a really big difference. I mean, you can still only see it in the video, but please believe me, it's so cool. And try that out if you have the chance. Please try that out. Okay, so here obviously has happened nothing. That means I have lots of space to play around and do something. And here's the first altered playing card that Susanne has created. And when I see this, I'm a little bit surprised that the card, the main card, is so small. When I saw that in her video, I thought that's a regular sized playing card, but this is way smaller. I mean, that's not meant rude or something like that, but I'm surprised. I thought when I saw that in her video that she has used some regular playing cards and altered them, but this is so cute. I think this is even cuter than when it is bigger. You know, that was not English grammar, that's correct, but you know, very cute. And she has attached this paper clip here so that the card can be held from this tiny tuck spot here. And she has also attached a little bead here. Really sweet. Really, really sweet. Yeah. Yeah. And here is the page that I have to change. So if you are new to this blind date journal series, let me shortly explain what I have to do. So I made this paper clip with this dangle here, and I've attached one of my tickets. So if you are perhaps interested in having this ticket, I have a whole printable in my Etsy shop with all junk journal related tickets. So this says, I'm not messy, I make junk journals. Visit my craft room tonight. And here's a little fluffy thing that doesn't belong here. Sorry. If you're interested in having this and all of the others, then please visit my Etsy shop. I have a link down below in the description box where you can find this item. So of course it's not only this one thing, but there are a total of 3 digital printable pages with tickets. Some are plain so that you can add your own quotes and your own junk journal related sentences, but 2 pages are full with junk journal related tickets. I thought that's an item that is missing in the junk journal world, and especially in the digital printable junk journal world. So I made it, and there you can find some more craft quotes and that stuff and junk journal related sentences on those tickets. And I've used that to have a little, like a bookmark that Susanne has put on this page, and this says that I have to change something that I don't like about this page. So in each episode of the Blind Date Journal, we put this thing with the paperclip to another page, and we have to change something on the page that is marked with this little sign here. So I am a little bit afraid of doing that. I really don't like this page. I have to say that. Perhaps you have watched my other videos, then you know that. When Susanne has added this to the page with these colors, I was like, oh my goodness, she's destroying my journal. Of course, that's also part of this Blind Date Journal experience. It's part of this adventure. I have to live with that, and I can live with that, of course. But I was not very amused about this. And now I have the problem that she has put that here, and I have to change the page. And to be honest, I really don't know what I want to do here and how to change it, that it is still a mix of her artwork and my artwork. I don't want to cover that up completely, definitely not, but this will be the biggest challenge of this menu, definitely. I'm a little bit speechless about this page. And I want to try to explain something that is really hard for me to explain, even in German. It would be hard to explain, but I would like to try to explain that in English. When I saw Susanne's video and when I saw how she has created this page, then I was, if I want to be honest, I have to say I was shocked. I was like, oh my goodness, what is she doing there? All of these colors, I mean, this page was a page that was really extreme for me. These pockets, the colors, for me, didn't fit into the journal. But when I saw that, I thought, what the heck is she doing? Everything in this journal is some kind of vintage, some kind of muted colors, not so bright. And then she's coming up with this flower lawn in those colors. So crazy, so crazy. The contrast with this card, I mean, look at this card. It's really cute. I mean, she has broken the rules with the 3 Tim Holtz paper dolls. This is not a Tim Holtz paper doll. She has used this because, I can't say watch her video because you can't understand her video because it's in German. But she had a little problem with her Tim Holtz paper dolls. I have asked for 3 Tim Holtz paper dolls in combination with those cards, and she had a little problem, and then she has used this that she has cut out from a magazine. I'm okay with that, of course. If she don't want to use 3 Tim Holtz paper dolls, or if she had a problem with that, of course she can find her own solution. I'm okay with that. But the position of this wonderful card here in this tuck spot, this doesn't make sense for me. This is some kind of vintage, muted, matte, and this here, the background is so glossy, so extreme with this gold. I have the feeling that this girl is pressed down by the butterflies, by the colors, by this heavy expression of this page. And everything, what I'm trying to say here is, of course, not meant bad or rude or anything against Susanne. What I want to say is that this experience with this Blind Date Journal, and especially with pages like this, is so helpful for your own growing with your own journal projects, with your own way, how you see art. That's incredible. So for me, it's a really strange thing to see the different colors combined with each other. Obviously, Susanne looks with a totally different eye to this page. Otherwise, she hadn't done it like she did it. I mean, she wouldn't combine colors that in her eyes don't fit together. Why shall she do that? I mean, she's my friend. Of course, she's not making a joke in my journal that she's doing something that she also finds terrible, and then she wouldn't put that into my journal. Of course not. But her eyes see this as some kind of harmony. And for me, it's so much resource to learn from that I nearly can't bring that into words. For example, if I take something neutral like this, oh, that's not really neutral because of this green. Let's take that. Let's put that here. And now, please look at these butterflies. For me, this is absolutely gorgeous. That totally makes sense. And even this one here, on this more neutral background, it's so wonderful. For me, this is harmonious. It's a piece of art by itself, only this little thing. These colors are really pastel, and these colors are so bright. And for my eye, this doesn't fit together. The kind of the color, this green is bam, and all of these colors are bam. And here's pink, not my favorite color, as you know, for some reasons. But the pastel and those bright colors, that doesn't fit together for me. And now it's a phenomenon. Sorry. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if you see that the same. Perhaps you have Susanne's eyes. But look at that. This suddenly totally makes sense. Even if this has this pink color, that's not my favorite color, but suddenly for me, for my eye, this makes sense. And this is wonderful. But when I do it like this, it's absolutely terrible. Sorry when I say that like that, but it's terrible for me. But this terrible page is so much potential for me to learn. And that's what I really, really love about this series and about this thing. So I really appreciate that I have this page in my journal. I would not like to live without this page. Strange. Okay, what is that? I'm just asking myself if I have missed that in her video or if that is a surprise for me. What's written here? Offen. Offen. That means open. Yeah, it's open. That's crazy. Okay, so if I have missed that and that's a surprise for me, thank you very much, Susanne. I haven't expected that. This is really, by the way, this is really beautiful. I really, really like that. With this gold and here the gold, and this is a little showcase area for this butterfly. Really cool. And I think that is also really cool in combination with Barbara's paper. So I haven't mentioned it, I guess. The papers that we are using here during this journal project all come, or the most of them come from 49 Dragonflies online shop. So this, for example, or this page here in the background, all of the pages, or nearly all of the pages that I've used to make the base of this journal come from 49 Dragonflies shop. So this is meant as a design team project for 49 Dragonflies. That was a little idea that we had to create a design team project by swapping our journals. If you have interest in having some really beautiful digital papers, then please check out the info box. There's the link to 49 Dragonflies shop. There you can find really, really cool digital papers. And you can get also 10% discount with a little code that's also written down below in the description box, so that you can put that into the checkout box there, and then you can get this discount. Well, it's so crazy to remember when I made those pages. It's so crazy because, yeah, it was so long away from me. I mean, this journal was not in my hands for such a long time. And it's so crazy to see that now again and to have it in my hands. That's such an amazing feeling. You have more distance to the things that you have made in the journal or that the other person has made in the journal. This distance is, for me, relatively important to, yeah, realize what has happened and what I did. I mean, also to give myself a feedback of what I did here. For that, I think distance is a really important thing. Okay. I see something that has changed here. And when I flip it, we have this. That is really, really cool. And here's this little card, also made with Barbara's paper. This is a relatively new paper collection that she has in her shop. That's called the Forest Society, I guess. Really cool paper collection. And this is so sweet. This is a really tiny die cut, and I really love that. That is really, really sweet. Susanne, thank you very much. This is really, really sweet. And I love this combination with the, I mean, black, gold, some neutral things, and this olive green. Really, really cool. I really love that. Okay, so when we have that, I think we can read the new menu. Oh, excuse me. So here is the new menu. This includes a little letter here, obviously. And this says, es ist immer wieder schön, nach Hause zu kommen. It's always great to come home. Ich soll dir viele liebe Grüße von der Frau Bollenhut ausrichten. I shall send you many greetings from Mrs. Bollenhut. Stell dir vor, sie mag diese Farbe. Imagine she likes this color. And here's this pinky color. That's really funny, a really funny note. And this is also something that I can include into the journal. That's what I want to do next. I want to take my miscellaneous stuff that I have shown you in the beginning of the video and want to put that into the journal. And I think that this will go there as well. And here's the new menu. I've just read it for my German video and I was laughing so much. So I can't show you my original reaction now because I already know what is written here, but this is so funny. So as a starter, she wants me to create lamb's lettuce, my goodness, with bacon and Kracherle. So in German, that is Feldsalat mit Speck und Kracherle. And I don't know what Kracherle means. I guess that this is some weird dialect from her language, but I, to be honest, don't know that. So I will just search in Google. I haven't done that, you know, for the German video because I wanted to let my imagination flow a little bit. But, oh, okay, so obviously here you can see Feldsalat mit Speck und Kracherle. So that is the same thing that is written here. So that is obviously, this is obviously you know, a recipe. Ah, Kracherle. Perhaps that's this bread things. Feldsalat, Speckwürfel, Baguettebrötchen, Zwiebelessig, Olivenöl, Pfanne erhitzen, Olivenöl heiß werden lassen, Speckwürfel. Okay, so it's a little bun, like a baguette bun. Or you can also use white bread for that, for example, toast or something like that. It shall be 2 or 3 days old, and then you cut that into little pieces and put that into hot olive oil and turn it around, and then when it's brown, it's ready, and then it is called Kracherle. In Austria, we would say croutons. Yeah. That's okay, so that's good. I first thought that this is some kind like this kind of sausage or something like that, but that's way better. I think that's easier. For the main course, she wants to have, yeah, and this is something where I had to laugh in German, in my German video, because this is so funny in German, but hopefully I can bring this joke to you in the English language, because, yeah, let's try it. Yeah, and that's the problem. I don't know if there is no real translation for this. So in German this says handgeschabte Junk Journal Spätzle mit Linsen, das Würstchen erspare ich dir. That means she wants to have some handmade junk journal Spätzle. I don't know if Spätzle is also an English word. When I put that into my translator, I have Spätzle, Spätzle. It can't translate it. But I will show you some pictures so that you can know what that is. It's also a really famous it's a famous meal in Austria and in Susanne's area as well, I guess. So that are these really short and tiny kind of noodles. Oh my goodness, this is so hard for me. It's like pasta, but in a very, very non-Italian way. It's made out of flour and eggs and that stuff, and then you use a metal thingy with holes. So something like this, but made out of metal. You put that stuff on top, boiling water underneath, and then you scrape over this thing, and the Spätzle come out and fall into the water, and then they are cooked in the water. And first of all, they go to the ground of this pot, and when they come up, they are ready. So I guess you know something similar in your area. And she wants me to do this, but with something really strange that I've never heard that you can eat in combination with Spätzle. So she wants to have lentils. Hopefully that is the right word. Yeah, I think so. So she's talking about these tiny, really healthy things here. Lentils. A new word in my vocabulary. Yippee-yay. And I'm thinking of the color of this, because, yeah, you know, these are, here is a good picture. They come in really different colors. I mean, lentils are not always the same color. We know them here mainly in this orangey color and in this more neutral, nearly greenish color, but these are really unusual for Austria, I would say. I mean, when I go to a shop, then I would mainly find these both colors here. And the funny thing is that I would never come to the idea to eat Spätzle in combination with lentils. That's totally strange for me. and for Austria, I guess. I have to talk with Gary and ask him, but that sounds really strange. I've never heard about that. And Gary is one of the most amazing cooks in this world. He makes the best spätzle ever. It's really amazing, but he has never combined that with those lentils. And she says that I don't have to make the sausage that normally belongs to this, but in a really funny way. This is really, really funny in German. I am not able to translate that in English so that you can get the joke. Sorry. For the dessert, she also has something that's really interesting, because she has chosen an Austrian dessert, or it's also served in other countries, of course, but it's really popular in Austria. And for example, tourists really like to eat that here. That's called Kaiserschmarrn. And she made an adjective out of this noun. Kaiserschmarrn is a noun, and she said Kaiserschmarrige Collage. So that means now it's an adjective. It shall be, the collage shall be like a Kaiserschmarrn, and she wants the colors old, rosé, and green. That's a really cool color combination. I really like that, even if I don't like pink and these rosé colors, but this, yeah, really old rosé is really cool for me. So I think she didn't expect that I like this. So I think this is the most easiest menu, I guess, because here's nothing with, you know, embroidery, no things with needle and thread and that stuff. I think this is really easy. But let's see. Okay, so I will put that first back in here, because before I can start with the menu, I have to do some other things. As I said, I want to put my miscellaneous stuff that I have shown you in the beginning of the video into my journal now. And for that, I would like to give you some music so that you can relax and watch my process. But I want to show you something that I want to use for that. And I would like to explain what I'm doing now. So I want to make some kind of clusters or that stuff, so tiny collages, put them here and there into my journal so that I can put all of these tiny things there as well and combine that in some way. And for those little clusters, I have chosen these BOHO birds from 49dragonflies online shop that I want to use as, yeah, some kind of a focal point. When Barbara has shown me these the first time, I fall in love with them. These are so cool. So these are the BOHO Birds clippers. As you can see, you can cut them out. So they are like fuzzy cut images. They come on one sheet and then you can cut them out. And I want to use these. So cute. Look at these. And the colors, I know, probably you think that doesn't fit into the journal. Perhaps you think that because the journal is so neutral in the most places, and it has mainly colors like this, yeah, brown, a little bit green, really neutral. But I want to challenge myself a little bit, and I want to try to bring those BOHO birds into the journal as well. And also with those more intensive colors, I want to try that out, to bring them into my journal as well. That has to work because I love these birds and I want to have them in my journal, and I have to find a way to do that. And the BOHO Birds journal pages and those clip arts are also it's the set that I have chosen to do this menu. I have chosen the paper before I have read this menu. I did that because I want to challenge myself. Normally I would read the menu and then choose a paper from Barbara's shop that would match. But this time I did it the other way around because I thought I want to challenge myself and see if it's possible when I choose a paper collection. So these are the background pages of this set. If it's possible to use a set that you have chosen before and then fulfill this menu of the blind date journal. That has to be possible. I want to use these birds. I want to have these in my journal. And I know that will be really challenging. Perhaps my journal will end up really colorful, but I can live with that when I have these birds in this journal. Barbara, this is the most amazing paper that you have ever brought to life. I guess I said that the last time with the Forest Society paper, but you've, how is that said in English? You've outdone yourself. This is so amazing. I am totally in love. Even if there are colors that I normally wouldn't use, but this is boho. This is just gorgeous. And even if I will break my color rules or if I will change my color palette in this journal, that doesn't matter. I want to have the birds in there. So I will use these papers. I will show you the rest in the next videos because I will not use this today, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek for the next videos. So yeah, I want to start now. So I will give you some music. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope, of course, that you will watch the rest of the video as well. I will say goodbye now because, yeah, at the end there's no chance because now the music comes. And thank you very much for joining, and hopefully we will see you the next time. Stay healthy, stay crafty. Bye-bye.